So hey guys, welcome back to another video again. I know it's a very long time after I'm uploading this video, but yeah, we will see some small app building tutorials from now on. So as we have completed our basic thing about Android as well as Firebase, and we have created a basic app kind of thing. So we will do a little of app building series from now onwards, as it's now time to let's build some app and let's make it useful in our daily life. So yeah, so to start this kind of stuff, what we will do, we will initially start building a to-do list app. So we will create a simple application which has a normal plus button or normal add note button, which will add our note, that is note name as well as description. So we will store all this information even in our firebase, and we will retrieve and display it in our app. So this is our agenda for the particular app we are gonna build now. Okay, so for that there are three different phases we will follow. Initially we will design our app, or initially we will create a basic structure with the help of xml files. Afterwards we will go to create a firebase connectivity, all the backend part, and our next part will be modifying or improving the UI, or kind of doing a little bit of other stuff. Okay, so for that, what we will do, we need to create a new project. So in that new project you need to create our empty views activity, same as we go in the all the past tutorials. Okay, so to save time I have created the project already. Let's open the Android Studio, and also I have created the main UI as well as the custom UI, which will be used by recycler view for a dynamic purpose. Okay, so I will just go through around all the stuff and let you know that what things we need to do before our actual database part, right? So initially in our activity main file, I have created a relative layout. So in the relative layout, I have created a linear layout which will hold our text view and our recycler view. Okay, so one by one, it will be handling our things. So after linear layout, I have created a button at the bottom of our whole layout or whole page. Okay, so to enable this, these are the main properties of relative layout you can use to make it at bottom. And rather than doing a simple button, I have created image button. Okay, so here it is, and I have already given them id for recycler view and image button, and I have called it in our Java file, just like created object of the particular component, then find view by id, and then set the button as a click listener, and nothing I have done right now. Okay, so also we need to do or create a custom layout file. So how we can create custom layout file? Go to layout, click on it, right click on it, then click on new, and you can see layout resource file. So it will create xml file for you. So I have created that, and also I have created the UI for simple UI, not fancy. So for that I have set material card view with some corner radius as well as the background color and the id as well. And in that I have set linear layout and just simply the nodes name. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we will display these one by one nodes in our front page, and whenever user clicks on that, we will open a pop-up, or we can say a dialog. So in that dialog we will display the name and as well as the whole description we set in our notes. Okay, note, or you can say a to do item. So these are the main things you need to do first. And also I have set one new color, that is background, if you seen the image button and the card background. For that I have done like this in the color.xml file. So now, very important step, it's time to connect it with the firebase. Okay, so what we will do, we will go to Google and type firebase. Okay, just simply click on it, the first link. Actually, it's sponsored. You can just click on any one of them. It will take some time depending on your internet connectivity. Meantime, what we will do, we will go to Android Studio. In the search bar, we will type Firebase. Okay, so it will open the assistant window, and here what we can do, we can go to real time database, then click on get started with real time database. So first click on connect to Firebase. So it will jump towards the console. Yeah, it is open. Go to console. Still they are loading. We will switch account as I want to add a different project. It will take some time. Due to rain, the internet connection is slow. Yeah. We will create our new project, name it as to-do list, or rather we can say my to-do list. Okay. We'll set on continue. We will disable the analytics for now. Create the project. It will make our project ready in some time. Hmm. After this, it will ask us to, do you want to connect your app with the Android Studio kind of thing. Hmm. It is not asking, right? Okay, we will do this thing again. We will click on cancel. We will click on connect to Firebase. We will switch account. We will click on my to-do list. Now it's asking because we have created a new project, though it's that's why it's not asking initially, but now it will check the things that are proper or not. Mm, yeah, correct. Connected to your Firebase. And okay, so if you go here, you can see now it is connected. So also click on add the real-time database SDK to your app. So click on apply changes. It will take some time. Meantime, what we will do, we will close this, also this, then go to here. If you refresh the page, we must see our app, right? Yeah, you can see com.ab. Then go to build. Then over here you can see real-time database. Click on it. mm, yeah, then click on create database. As you can see in Android Studio, the connection was successfully completed. Now we can successfully close this. Then yeah, it's asking for security and database option. We can okay, we will start in lock mode and we will change the permissions. So make sure always, if you are enabling your real-time database anyhow with any rule, standard or lock mode, you need to make it as true so that you can read or write our data in Firebase. Okay, and just click on publish. It will show you a warning, but it's okay for now. When you are actually building an app like in the production level, then you need to set some another rules for it. So for right now, it is okay to make it as true for both read and write. And now go to data. As we can see, there is no particular data, right? Hmm. So now coming back to Android Studio, now what we will do, we will create a page, or we can do, yeah, we will create another page. Let's see. Just simply click on Java or anything. So here you can see activity and empty views activity. We will name it as add notes. Okay, click on finish. Okay, so go to our main activity.java file. Here we will pass intent to our button. Intent intent equals to new intent. So in that we will pass this comma, our second class name as active add node dot class, rather than this we will say main activity dot this. And after we will do, you can simply like type start activity and we will pass our int. So what we will do, when we click on our plus button or we can add node button, it will jump back to next activity. Okay, so in next activity what we gonna do, we will create just simply a linear layout. Here we will pass the orientation as vertical. Okay, we'll copy our text view from the main activity file. We will paste it as here and we will say add notes. Okay, so after that we will add a edit text. Okay, we will make it as match parent and height as wrap content. We will make the margin as 10 dp. We will add a placeholder, or you can say hint, as enter your note title. Okay, we will give it as the id title, and again we will copy this whole thing, paste it over here, and we will make it as note description and make it as des. Okay, so now these things are done. So we will do create a button, match parent, wrap content, margin as 10 dp, text will be add note. Then what we will do, we will set id as add. Okay, so now our basic note adding part is ui is done. Go to add notes.java, then here create a button, add, then edit text, name it as title comma dsc, and we will get all the ids, or we can say map the ids. So it is add, then for title it just simply find the value title, then for description. Okay, so now our next step is to click on the add button to add our notes. Add dot set on click listener, new view dot on click listener. So now here what we will do, we will just check that if both the text views are empty or not. So title dot get text dot is dot to string dot is empty. or we will just simply copy this thing and we will give it as des. Okay, then we will pass a toast as please enter title and description, and rather than length short we will make it as long so user will understand what is the issue. Okay, and in else part we will add our data to our database. So before doing that we need to add some or import some things. So need to add database reference. Before that we need to add firebase database. Okay, so after this firebase database equals to firebase database dot get instance. Okay, and for database reference is equals to firebase firebase database dot get reference. Okay, so for now we will do one thing. What we will do, we will create a map. So to create a map we need to pass those two values, string comma string map equals to new hash map. Okay, then what we will do, map dot put, here we will pass our title comma value as our title dot get text dot to string. We will copy the same line and we will make it as description des. Okay, so after that what we will do, we will create a child in our reference. So database reference dot child, we will name it as notes. In that we will call a method called update children. So for update children we will pass our map in that dot add on complete listener. So we will check if it is complete or not. So here new on complete listener. So here it is showing error string. So rather than map it need to be normal map string. Okay, so what is it saying, required type string comma object provided string comma string. We will make it as string comma object, and here string comma object. Just give me a minute. Okay, so this error is because we need to use hash map rather than map. Okay, so we will make it as string, and here we will set hash map, and here also we will set hash map. Okay, So update children, rather than we will say put set value. Okay. So now as you can see, we will create the nodes path, but in that it will add our child directly. So it will over time, whenever we add another node. So to avoid this, what we gonna do, we will create one string of id. It will store our random id which is created by database itself. So we will control x database nodes dot push dot get. Okay. So with the help of this we can get a key. So then we will set as like, we can also paste it here, dot child as our id, and we will also pass our id in the our hash map. So we can modify or edit the content of our nodes whenever we want to. Okay. So here we will pass id. Okay, it's great. So after that, here need to do a semicolon. Yeah. So we will do database reference child our nodes, then inside that our random child, then we will set the value, and inside that all these map are set. And if the task is successful, let's check with the condition. If task dot is successful, then we will display a toast called node added. Okay. And after that, what we will do, we will just simply clear out our text fields so that we will get a better idea that it is done or not. Okay. So currently I'm not doing the on failure part because we don't need it right now. If you want to add, you can just simply remove this semicolon and add like add on failure listener and do all the stuff you wanted. Okay. So we are not going to do that right now. So yeah, click on save. I think that's the basic part. Let's give it a try to run this. It will take some time as we are opening it after a long time. The emulator is not started, that's why. Yeah, so that's the basic part. So we will see the preview of this our whole thing in the next video, and we will continue the remaining part, that is displaying the notes, in the next video.